Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Kenmore Refrigerator Evaporator Fan Motor. It's going to be a very easy repair and it'll only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new evaporator fan motor. The evaporator fan motor is located in the freezer section and it circulates the air through the unit. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's shorted out and the refrigerator section is getting warm. In order to do the repair, we have to open up the freezer door. With the freezer door open, we can take out the ice bin and remove the freezer shelf. All you have to do is lift it up and slide it over, and then lift it out. Once you have them out, you can set them aside. Now that we have the shelves out of the way, we can take the ice maker out. We're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver to remove the bottom screw that holds the ice maker in. Once you have that out, we can loosen the upper ones. We don't have to take them all the way out. But once you have it loose, you can just lift the ice maker off them. And then we can reach up and disconnect the wire harness. Once you have it disconnected, we can pull the ice maker out. With the ice maker out of the way, we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver and remove the 2 1/4-inch screws that hold in the back panel. Once you have the screws out, we can pull the panel forward and lay it on the bottom of the freezer. You want to make sure the ice maker cable goes back through the hole, and then lean it forward a little bit and lift up on it so it comes out of the air ducts right here. Once you have it lean forward a little bit, you can lift up on it and then pull it out and lay it down so it's out of the way. You want to make sure you don't hit the evaporator. Once you have it down about halfway, you're going to have to reach in and pull this ground wire off. Once you have the ground wire off, you can carefully set the back panel onto the bottom of the freezer. With the back panel out of the way, we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver again to reach in and take out the 2 screws that holds the evaporator fan motor bracket assembly in. Now that we have the assembly free, we're going to turn it over and disconnect the wires. We've got a ground wire right here. If you need to, you can use a small screwdriver to help pop them off. And then we can disconnect the 2 power cables. Remember, in this position, the double white was in the front and the red was in the back. Once you have them out, then we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver again to take out the 2 screws that hold the metal bracket in. Once you have the 2 screws out, we can flip it over and we're going to have to remove this little ground clip. Once again, we're going to use our small screwdriver to help pop it off. Once you have it off, we can pull the whole motor assembly out. With the evaporator fan motor assembly out, we first have to pull the motor out of the bracket. So we're going to pull the fan off the motor. All you have to do is lift up and pull it off. Then we can turn it over and we're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver again to remove these 2 screws to get the bracket off. Once you have the screws out, we can lift the bracket off. You want to make sure the grommet comes with it because that goes with the new motor. And we can pull the motor out. Here's the old evaporator fan motor next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we can put the new evaporator fan motor into the brackets. Remember, the U-shaped one goes on the front. All you have to do is push it down and make sure it seats all the way. Then we can turn it over and put the backside one on. Then we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver again to put the screws back in. Now that we have it assembled, we can put the fan blade back on. All you have to do is line it up with the shaft and push it all the way down until it bottoms out. When you're putting this bracket on the new evaporator fan motor, you want to make sure that these little cutouts are in the bottom position so they line up with the mounting brackets inside the freezer. To put the new assembly in, we're going to reconnect this ground strap to the bracket. All you have to do is push it down into place. Now that we have the grounding strap on, we can lift the motor up and put it into the housing. Once you have it lined up, we can put the screws back in with our 1/4-inch nut driver. Now we can reconnect the wires. First we're going to reach up and reconnect the ground wire. If you have to, you can turn the motor over a little bit so it's not behind the bracket and just push it on. And they changed the position of these two connectors. On this type of motor, it doesn't matter which one goes where anyways, so we're just going to put the red on the top and the double white on the bottom. Now that we have everything reconnected, we can rotate the assembly back over and put it back in. We're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screws back in. With the new evaporator fan motor installed, we can now lift up the back panel and put it back in place. We're going to do it the exact way we took it off. We're going to lift it up part way and reconnect the ground wire. Once you have the ground wire on, we can lift it up a little bit more and reach in, and you want to guide the ice maker plug through the hole and then lift up on it so we can make sure that the air duct goes down into the freezer bottom. Once you have the bottom in, then we can lower it down and push it up the rest of the way, making sure that your wires don't go on the wrong side of the ice maker fill tube. Once you have it in place, we're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver to put these screws in. Now we can put the ice maker back in. First thing we're going to do is reconnect the wire harness. Once you have that plugged in and got good connection, we can feed that back through the back wall. And then we can set the ice maker onto the two screws. Now that we have the ice maker setting on the upper screws, we're going to put the screw into the bottom. Once you have that screw in, then we can tighten the upper ones. Now we can put in the shelf. All you have to do is put it in at an angle. And put one side in, and then drop it down and put the other side in. Then we can put the ice bin back on the shelf. And then we can close the freezer door. Plug it back in and make sure it starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.